All right, guys, and thanks for joining me on this one. Right, so the popular Calabar On Air Personality, OAP, discovers he's not the biological father of his two children after 20 years. Now, you can imagine a man looking after two kids, nurturing them, seeing them through school and all of those things for over 20 years, only for you to discover that you are not the biological father of those children. How devastating can that be? How killing can that be? I mean, this particular person called Fada Kane discovered this just after 20 years of him living with the two kids, all right? When he went through some sort of DNA, only for him to discover that he's not responsible, that he's not actually the father of the two kids. Some ladies could be very wicked. Some ladies could be very terrible, could be very wicked, could be very demonic when it comes to certain things. Some certain circumstances must have made them to behave in that particular ungodly way, for you to know that these particular kids are not for this man. This man is not responsible for this particular case, not their biological father. You know within your heart, but you keep quiet. You expect, you look at the man, you watch the man look after the kids for as long as 20 whopping years. This is really terrible. For those of you who don't know the guy, his name is Kanedrick Kingsley Agwu, popularly known as Fada Kane. It's quite sad. If you don't know him, you haven't seen him before, that is his picture on the screen. It's really, really terrible. He has attached the DNA and the court affidavit to further ascertain his claims with regard to this particular case. I'm not going to say to you men out there to say, okay, you need to start making, investigating or carry out some sort of DNA tests on the children you have at the moment, because some of those particular this particular incident can actually generate some sort of problems in homes. But when you hear news, when you listen to news or you watch news or you see things like this, it makes you want to kind of act in that particular way, wanting to kind of confirm and reaffirm the paternity of your children. It is quite sad, So what is it going to do now? The children you've watched, you've seen as your kids for over 20 years, are you going to just allow them to go like that, It's quite terrible. It's attached, the court affidavits and some of the pictures that we're not going to show on this particular video because it's not allowed. We just bring in and calling your attention to a situation like this for you to know. He said in some of the things he made mention of with regard to this particular news that he met the lady, the supposed mother of the kids, years back, and walked up to him to say, what, I'm pregnant for you. And he didn't bother. He just accepted the pregnancy and said, okay, I'm responsible for the pregnancy. And she gave birth to the children, and for that particular number of years. Now the lady knew that this man is not responsible for for the pregnancy, and she watched him nurture and look after the kids for the 20 years over, only for him to discover that he's not the biological father of those particular children. It is quite sad and very, very terrible. So if by any chance you doubt the paternity of your kids, or you think something is not right, this is a call for you to kind of, try as much as possible to carry out the necessary tests. There's a way you can do it without the notice of your woman. If you doubt the paternity of your children, because for over 20 years, this gentleman doesn't even know exactly what fire was burning, But not until after 20 years, he got to find out that he's not responsible. He wasn't responsible for the kids and is not the biological father of the children. So if you doubt the paternity of your kids, try as much as possible to find a way to know before it's too late. Otherwise, you might nurture someone else's children or someone else's child for more than 20 years, only for you to find out that you're not even responsible for the pregnancy, in the first place. This is really important that you take note of, and, you know, don't just joke with it. It's important. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Take care, and bye for now.